Okay. A little disclaimer before the video. This video will include themes such as gender dysphoria, transphobia, and other delicate themes for the LGBTQ community. So if these themes trigger you in a bad way, I suggest to go out the video for your mental health. Yeah, so this video I wanted to do it on June because June is Pride Month, and since myself I'm non-binary, I wanted to do a video for you people. Yeah, I would have talked about um, I would talk about non-binary people, but I rather talk about trans people, because right now in the world there are a lot of problems for them. Not that non-binary people have problems, but probably they are less affected by the situation in the world, and I wanted to give them a special attention from me. Not I'm that important, but I want them to feel like they should be proud of who they are. Okay, now that all the Nazi went away and the callings in the comments are full of bad things, hopefully, I swear if this video is gonna blow up and bad people are gonna comment, I'm gonna rip my hair. Okay, so except the little silly joke, let's talk about the first character, Vivian from Paper Mario 2000 Year Door. I love her story, her character arc, because it's actually what I want from a character. It's actually a character growth. It's not just one game he is a boy, she is a boy, and second game she's a girl. That's it. No, during the game she understands more who she feels and who she is, and that Nintendo decided to put a LGBTQ character in a first-party Nintendo game, in a Mario game, that is way more important, because a Mario game, everyone is gonna enjoy a Mario, is gonna take a Mario game. So put transgender allegory. Imagine imagine what would have happened if this would have happened. Okay, later. People would have said, Mario has gone woke! And Mario has gone woke! Or some bullshit to treat them. So let's get into her actual character. Story. We explore this town that is cursed, and is also inhabited by the sister, I don't remember the name. What is it called? The sister something. In Italian I don't remember, so the mother figure of Vivian keep calling her as a boy, and all sort of transphobia, saying she's not a girl, other things that probably trans people has experienced in their life. And I think it was a really strong move from Nintendo. As I said, that it was 2004, but it was depending on where you were playing the game. Like in America, it wasn't that obvious that it was transphobia, and instead, in the European language, such as Italian, I will put a screenshot right now, that simply giving her more attention and symbolism, and how like she find in Mario support, because Mario like treat her like everyone. You know, you know who is Bridget. Since one of my best videos is the one about the Guilty Gear anime, and she was a really important character in that series, if I remember correctly. Yeah, she was really important. And in general, to keep short her story, basically she was born into a village where, because of a myth of twins and bad luck, she was born as a boy, and they always grow her up as a girl. But when she grew up and went to go to be a bounty hunter, that's what she is for most of the games and why she actually fought in the first place. But in the, as the games go by, she in the first game she doesn't want to be referred as a girl, but as the game pass by, she understands more that she feels well as being a girl, and has her way of understanding. This is really important also in the anime because she has basically half an episode explaining it, where holds her entire monologue about what she is. I know there are other way to explain this type of growth, that we see her the peak of this way in Strive arcade mode, where she understands even more doing it. I'm really happy that also when she came back in Strive, as I said, she came with the song "The Town Inside Me." Yeah, that is a big ballad about gender diversity and understanding yourself. I think that yeah, it's also part of Symphony, also known as ABBA's theme. That it's similar but not the same way, because Symphony is more about understanding that it's good to be an error or some stuff like that. But when she, as I said, when she came back, that was not really bad. She was kinda hated because people were mad that she was actually a trans girl and not just a fanboy, because some people are really weird. Not that fanboys are bad, but you know, people who who cares about fanboys are usually are people who fetishize them and treat them like are some sort of fetish to jerk off to. But I don't want to touch that theme. So let's go on. I want, as the last character, I want to talk about Madeline from Celeste. That if you ever been on the internet and talking about LGBTQ icons, there is no one else that is more impactful than Madeline from the indie game Celeste. That is this game about Madeline that climb a mountain, and actually the mountain itself, the Celeste, is actually an allegory to struggle of being transgender, with people not supporting or discriminating you. That this theme of the game you can know if you play the game, or in general you read the interview with the creator. That is basically a huge, also here is a huge allegory about being trans and understanding who you are. And I know this second part of the video is kind of a little bit worse, but I'm kinda tired and want to finish the video, then edit and make it that it come out on the 15th at best. I will take a minute or two. Whoops, a minute or two to talk about what I do in the near future. Now that it's summer, I have two videos. One about the a review of Deltarune Chapter 3, since I saw you enjoyed the ranking of the music. Probably it's gonna be another music ranking when I got to listen better the entire host. I don't know if I'm gonna do the same for Chapter 4, but in the future. And a video about Pokemon cards, because recently I started playing regularly the TGC. I made a video about the comparison between Pokemon and One Piece, that I say something that now I kinda disagree with, like saying that Pokemon fans don't actually play. That is not completely false, but not completely true. Like, yeah, there is a scene, but it's kind of minority. But the important is that this video comes out during Pride Month, and just to let you know that you should be proud of who you are and how you feel. And after that, I can see you